And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Thursday.
Man,
it's
I was getting ready to go.
Oops, the 27th of February.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've been
March
here 2 years today.
Today is our anniversary.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oops. There.
So what does that mean?
Nothing. It's another day in the neighborhood, Dan.
Okay.
I did not bring you a gift.
Well, why would you bring me a gift when everyone else should bring us gifts?
Oh.
This is our 2 year and I guess it's our 20th year too, right?
Somebody should have brought me flowers. I'm just saying. Oh, me. That's funny. Dan, what are you doing?
I'm looking for flowers.
I don't have any. There's not any in here.
This is a radio station. You'd have props.
I would agree with that.
All kinds of props. You
should have a whole plethora of stuff under that desk.
You reach under the counter and you pull out, a rubber chicken or a whoopee cushion. Cushion.
The whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushion.
Oh, I used to have one of those. Those were kind of fun.
So you're getting your gear ready, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting my gear ready.
I said, how you doing today? Well, I'm not that great today. I said, why? She said, I had stuff I was doing this morning. I didn't want to come to work.
Well, I didn't say it exactly like that, people.
Well, I interpreted it that way.
I know. But I was distracted, and I was doing things that ran me late, too, which
I just
got distracted. I mean, I'm not late. I'm here. We're on air.
I know.
I'm here. But I get here early.
I did your prep for you.
You always... You always do. I mean, you do, except for when I do the boards. So.
One day, exactly. 1 day a week.
Hey, who am I to boot you out of your little chair over there?
It's all about power.
Especially today, you want the power, and you got it.
It's all about power. It's nothing else.
I agree.
I live for power.
There you go.
What kind of power can I wield once I've got it?
I don't know, but we ran into a little techie stuff going on this morning too, and Dan was able to solve it because I couldn't
powered through it.
I don't know how to do it.
But. Yeah. Well, you were asking me a question about Elon Musk this morning.
I was.
If you worried, if I was worried about all the power that he had, or the power that people are giving him.
I don't necessarily mean just him, but it's a new administration. We've seen the downfall of some things that can happen without oversight. A lot.
Yeah.
Or the people.
Here's
I don't know.
Here's my perception, and here's what is causing the problem. Is that the new Trump administration is so open.
Yes.
They're so transparent that it's scary. It's scary because he's telling us everything that's going on.
And do you really?
And do we really need to know all that's going on? When in past administrations, they go to a cabinet meeting. There's no cameras in there other than we're having a cabinet meeting. Get out.
Right.
No questions are ever asked. So I think the fear in a lot of people is they're going, oh, can you do that? Yes, all the stuff that you're seeing that's being done and you're asking yourself, can that be done? It was done behind your back before.
You just
didn't know it.
Well, I guess that's true, but that doesn't, and I'm not bashing Elon Musk whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that whoever's in that position, do you ever worry? But him particularly because he's so rich, I mean, could he get power hungry like we've seen other people?
Yeah. Once you become so rich that you don't need to worry about finances, then what fills the hole? It is for some people. It's power. Some people, it's power. I don't know. It's just a month in. We don't know.
I know.
The great thing about our democracy and the way our government's set up, it's set on a 3-tier system where there's checks and balances. One side of the government can't overrule the other two, so there has to be a consensus at some point. That's why the government runs so slow. Is because the president has the veto power and the legislative body, they do their thing and the other side does their thing, and they're always trying to outdo each other and trying to push things through. So
It still doesn't mean there's not any underhanded things going on.
Oh, there's a lot of underhanded
I
things
mean,
going on.
come
A
on,
lot.
let's be real.
Yeah, there's so much.
So you
That's
just
why
think
there's a
about
lot of corruption going on.
exactly. So you know, and I don't know. It was just a thought that came to my mind, and I was not
I think the
accusing
same
him
thing.
whatsoever. But I'm
Yeah.
like, he's got a lot of power with the president. They're friends. They're all this stuff. You know, he could.
He's not a part of the cabinet. He's a temporary position worker. He's there to expose waste, fraud, and abuse. That's it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's my hope. There's no and I don't think there is, but there could be.
Yeah. Well, they're talking now that there's a budget that was passed, and there was something to do with Medicaid, and people on one side are saying, "Oh, you need to be worried. Your Medicaid is going to be gone." I think it's all based on waste, fraud, and abuse. If there are people that's taking Medicaid
That shouldn't.
then that should be stopped.
People are going to get found out, and I agree 100% with that happening. You know, to clean up things, it's just you have to be, I guess,
Well,
frugal,
and
are thoughtful about
yeah,
some things. And I'm so sick of the controversy.
yeah, it's going to be that way.
Just so sick of it.
This is a nation that talks, and we voice our opinion,
should,
and
yeah.
we all have that right. No one is right, no one's wrong. Where we get into trouble is people say, "Sit down, shut up, listen to me, I'm right."
Exactly.
That's where we
a
get
big
in trouble.
problem.
So,
And it happens. You know, we're not saying it happens all over the place.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
but the weather's going to be nice today.
Well, good.
You want to tell us what the weather's
The
going to be?
weather's going to be sunny with a high of 64 today, with wind gusts possible as at 20 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, clear with a low of 41, and then Friday, sunny with a high near 70 with wind gust up to 30 miles per hour. Friday night,
Ooh.
mostly clear with a low around 39, again wind gust. Saturday, sunny with a high of 57, and then Saturday night, mostly clear with a low of 30.
Coming up Sunday, and mostly sunny with a high near 56 degrees, and then Sunday night, a 30% chance of showers is possible after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 39 degrees. And then Monday, 20% chance of showers continues before noon, partly sunny with a high near 58 degrees. Monday night, 40% chance of showers and maybe possibly thunderstorms, mainly after midnight, with a low around 49 to 50 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday looks like the high is going to be in the mid-50s.
80% chance of rain.
Yeah,
though.
80% chance of rain Tuesday. So
Wow.
we'll get some more rain. If my road is not still underwater,
I was going to say,
it'll be a marsh by the
About the
time that rolls around.
about the time we dry out.
Yeah. All right, we're coming down to the end of our topic to ponders for this week. And this one,
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Anne, how do you erase the song that gets stuck in your head?
Sometimes I don't. You know? But usually, of course, you're starting to sing it or hum it or whatever
How
you
did
do.
it get there?
Listen, somebody will say something or somebody will bring up a song.
Oh,
just
yeah.
the name of it. Or you'll hear it, and then it's like
Yeah.
in my head. And then I sing, so I practice things, and sometimes stuff will
Oh,
just
boy.
kind of go boing. And
Yeah. Here's what helps me. I never listen to music after 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Are you being real?
I'm serious.
Why?
Because if I listen to it start in the evening time, that song will somehow get stuck in my head.
So how do you get rid of it?
Well, I try not to listen to anything
Okay, but
after 4 o'clock.
you listen before, don't
Yeah,
you?
and have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and there's a song stuck in your head
Probably, yeah.
when you wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a real answer to alleviate that problem.
I don't know.
I don't think so, but that's why I put the question out there. Please tell me how, because it's hard. Have you got a song that you could give out to people now so it'll be stuck in their head all afternoon?
I'm not rude like that. Nothing, Yeah, I had. You should have let me prep on that one.
All right, go to our Facebook page. How do you erase the song that gets stuck in your head?
Or do you?
Or can there be?
Or can you just go to sleep or whatever?
Yeah, maybe people take a pill. or
I
drink a
don't know.
glass of wine or something, or do
Or
calisthenics.
sing something else.
Something.
You could sing something else that maybe is gross and you like it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's up on our Facebook page. Go there and tell us what you think.
Well, Robert Phelan, of course, said replace it with another, and then another, and then another, and then another.
That might work
That's
for him.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
You just keep coming up with a different song.
Yeah.
And then you get your brain all whacked out and it gets confused and then you fall asleep.
Whatever works, man.
Whatever works. Thanks, Robert.
Yeah.
Mr. Phelan.
Mr. Phelan. Anyway, our Facebook page has it up.
Okay.
Did you already just say this?
I did.
Okay. Then I won't repeat it.
All right, let's go.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Mired in stalemate seems the only realistic, if unsatisfactory, conclusion.
57 years ago today, Walter Cronkite's report on Vietnam aired on CBS. Cronkite delivered this commentary at the end of the broadcast.
Okay.
Either negotiate with us for meaningful results, positive results, or you're going to have to kill us. And here at Wounded Knee is where it's going to have to happen.
This was 52 years ago today. An estimated 200 Native Americans occupied the Pine Ridge Reservation at Wounded Knee in South Dakota. American Indian Movement leader Russell Means was one of those of the occupiers.
And then 45 years ago today, the first and only Grammy Award for Best Disco Recording was given to Gloria Gaynor for I Will Survive. The popular music genre of the 1970s was in the midst of receiving major backlash, and as a result, the category was eliminated the following year.
Kuwait is liberated. Iraq's army is defeated. Our military objectives are met.
This was back in 1991, 34 years ago today, with Kuwait recaptured and Iraqi forces on the run. President Bush called an end to the Persian Gulf War and said the military operation against Saddam Hussein had been a success.
I file in federal district court a lawsuit against the Corrupt Debate Commission.
91 years ago today, consumer advocate and former presidential candidate Ralph Nader was born.
Oh. Okay. And then another birthday cut. 44 years ago today, singer Josh Groban was born from his self-entitled album, To Where You Are.
I protect your identity. I print whatever you tell me, and I'll never ask any questions.
42 years ago today, actress Kate Mara was born. Her roles include Zoe Barnes in House of Cards.
Okay. All right.
Short list today, folks.
That was a short list.
Wow, we're not even at 9:15. How crazy.
Yeah.
We usually run over.
Do you want to give a couple minutes of silence?
No, we have two guests.
Oh,
We're good.
Okay. All right.
Let's just go. Let's
You want
dive
to
in.
You want to go to our guests now?
Yeah, let's do. How about it?
Who are our guests?
Jeannie Allen with the Northark College is here to talk about community education classes.
And then
we'll have the Boone County Library. It looks like Terry Register is here, and I don't know if anyone's coming with her or not, but we'll find out.
All right. Let's take our break, and when we come back, we'll have our first guest, Jeannie Allen. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. In the studio, we have Genie Allen from Northark College. Welcome, Genie.
Hi,
Yes, welcome.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good, good, good.
Jeannie walked in with these.
Yeah, hold on a second.
We are tickled because Jeannie is going to tell us all about some newbies and some other stuff. But yeah, it is like community education at its finest.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So tell us what's happening.
All right. Well, we started classes this week, and so we started with some line dancing and belly dancing this week.
Was that just to come to the class, or you?
What?
Is this just an introduction to a class? Is this what you did when you just came to the college? Just started belly dancing down the hallway?
Oh,
No.
it's a class.
Oh,
I was like,
No.
what?
okay.
These are classes with an instructor. But we started off with some dancing classes this week, and they'll go for a few weeks.
I want to mention what Jeannie said about the belly dancing because I was thinking my hips don't move like that, and she said it's a whole different kind of dance.
Very tiny
so
movements.
If
very,
that
it's
ever
very
frightened
subtle.
you,
Yeah, very modest. But
Anyway.
it's lovely. Yes. And then next week we've got some other fun classes starting, like Introduction to Studio Recording, which is the first time that we've offered that.
Yeah.
Or at least I have. And we've also got a Frogs and Toads class
What?
next Thursday, which is going to be
What do we do with
What are
the frogs
frogs
and
and
toads?
You
They
learn how
look
to
at 'em?
identify them by their calls.
Okay.
So you hear all those different calls out, the sounds
Yeah.
they make, and then that way you can know what kind of frogs and toads you're
What's
hearing.
amazing to me is when the tree frogs start to beller. I don't know what you would call it when they scream out like that. There's tons of them out there in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
There's different species that we're going to talk about as
Yes.
how to
Exactly.
identify those, huh?
Exactly.
Cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
So that starts next week, and then we've got some other really fun things like we've got some free classes. We've got this Color Your Life Happy class, which is free, and that starts in a couple weeks. We've got a spiders class, with wild turkeys class.
Are they going to be real spiders?
Well, she might be bringing some. Real
I bet she
spiders.
does, yeah.
I bet she will. Yeah. Yeah, that's with Arkansas Game and Fish. They'll come out and talk to us
Oh,
about
okay.
those.
Yeah.
And we have another free class, which is preparing for retirement. So that should be a good one.
I would think that gets a lot of activity.
Yeah, it does. And then we have some exciting new ones, like essential oils starts next week, and plant medicine. Those are some new classes
Plant
that start
medicine.
next week.
Wow.
You don't really know that there is medicinal plants. I mean, as you're hiking through the woods, I mean,
You bet.
they're all right there at your feet.
They are,
Yeah, and just identifying those, I guess that's what the class
absolutely
is going to be about.
identifying them and knowing them, knowing what to do with them or which
Yeah.
part of the plant is,
Mhm.
because parts of the plant can be poisonous, but other parts can be medicinal. So you
Yeah.
have to
Right.
know all the parts. And then living with alpha-gal syndrome, that is a new class.
That's-
that we're offering.
What?
That's from tick.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
tick bites.
Yes, tick bites.
Yeah.
Tick-borne illness.
It's bad. I mean, I don't know if everybody experiences really bad symptoms, but
Oh,
I
no,
know someone
they
that.
do.
So it's
It was
like
horrible.
Is it
Yeah.
like Lyme disease or something?
It's also Lyme disease is another tick-borne
Okay.
illness.
Oh, okay.
This alpha-gal seems to be the one that's growing the fastest in our area. We're kind of in
Okay.
a hot spot.
And that comes from being bitten by a tick.
A certain kind of tick, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stay away from those ticks.
Yeah.
Well, I would think that would be beneficial.
But it's
to people if
life
you've
changing
ever-
when you get diagnosed with it, and so she's
Yeah.
going to come and talk to us
Wow.
about coping and adapting to.
Well,
Wow.
some people can't eat like meat after that, right?
Right.
Right. It makes you allergic to
Wow.
mammalian meat, so no mammals. Yeah.
Wow.
And you've brought back barn quilt.
Yes.
Uh,
yes. barn quilt
painting?
painting. Yes.
Now,
that's a
who's
fun
doing that
class.
class?
I teach that class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a favorite of mine. So I just offer that.
And you explained that to me. I'm thinking, somebody's going to get a quilt and tack it up on the side of a barn. But that's not anything like
No,
that.
we paint on blocks of wood. Like
You paint on wood, and then you can put. I've seen them on barns, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
we
cool.
start kind of smallish, but I show you how to do it so that you can scale it up to a large one if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You also are, since we're talking about Jeannie, she is doing a sewing one
Yeah.
Couple sewing classes.
as well as a mini quilt.
Yes, that's a
class?
hand sewing class. So that's teaching you the basics of how to hand stitch and put together a quilt. Same idea that you can, once you learn how to do it small, you can scale it up to make bigger ones. And then also the sewing machine one, which is the basics of how to use your sewing machine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I just told her that I have to go look it up on YouTube because I don't use it very often.
You know, in the old days, they used to have a sewing machine store here, fabric and a sewing machine store. I guess a lot of people at the time were sewing and quilting and stuff like that, and that went away. And they had some person here that did the maintenance on machines. Who does that for you?
Sometimes I do. I have a couple of friends who do, but it's harder and harder to find. It's kind of resurged, you know. There's been a resurgence of home sewists and sewers, but it's still kind of hard to find a place to have your machines serviced.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wow. Okay. Crochet.
Yes.
That's another one that.
Yes, that's another new one. Crochet.
That's kind of like a knitting thing, isn't it? I mean, it's bigger.
Similar. It's similar because you use a hook instead of the two needles.
Yeah. Okay. And then you make wall hangings and different things
That's
like that.
That's more like, blankets, hats, scarves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rags.
Crochet.
You can make your wife her Christmas present.
Oh.
Just saying.
Would she know what it would be when I get finished with it?
I don't know. She
well,
might not.
Time will tell.
What is this, a pot holder?
Also, there's Jackie Markle always does a phenomenal job for you with like flowers and arranging and stuff.
Yes.
And I know she's
going to do.
Well.
She's bringing back her memorial flowers arranging, so that she shows you how to make like a saddle for a headstone or something. Because right before Memorial Day, people like to change out their and so that's a wonderful class where you can learn how to get all the elements together and put it into this beautiful arrangement for a headstone.
And here. I was going to say, and then you've got a CPR class.
We have two CPR.
Oh, two CPR classes.
We have a CPR, which is for friends and family, which is like very basic, so that everybody in the household kind of knows what to do in case of emergency. And then we have a stop the bleed, which is similar, but it's basically if someone starts bleeding.
Yeah. So now, is the CPR class, is it certified or it is certified?
Nice. Okay. Perfect.
So if you need a certification,
it's not for
that
healthcare providers. This would be for just normal
right.
people.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Where was the one? Oh, greeting cards. If you bought a greeting card lately, you know how expensive they are. Yeah. So she's got a class coming up. I mean, is it already started?
No.
It's in April.
No,
handmade greeting cards.
She came in December, and she had a class with us in December, and Bobby Sue is amazing. She taught us how to stamp and watercolor and put together these gorgeous cards, and it was so popular they said please bring her back, and so she's coming back 2 times. Yeah.
Y'all are branching out on your ideas, and I love it. I think that's great.
You got watercolors, you have oil painting. I guess for anyone that wants to start in that medium.
Yes, and the watercolor is very exciting because we're working with a lady from Eureka Springs, Amber Levy. She owns a beautiful little shop, art supply store. But she's going to come out to Harrison, and she's going to go to our Berryville campus and teach an introductory watercolor class.
Yeah, tell us about this stained glass sun catchers.
Okay, so
now that's a small sun catcher's a small little
they're
thing,
not
right?
that small. They're about this big. So the stained glass people came out last fall, and they were also so popular. The classes filled up really fast, so they asked to come back, and we're going to make like cats and dogs. Like if you have 2 cats or 2 dogs, you can make a sun catcher and a cardinal, and then we're going to do like a standing one. It's not a sun catcher. It's more of a succulents arrangement, but it will be made out of stained glass.
Wow.
So,
so you get an introduction into stained glass.
It is an introduction to stained glass. It's introductory stained glass. Yeah.
Very good.
Wow. Stop the bleed. I guess we kind of hit
Most
on
of our classes are really at the introductory level, to get people interested in something maybe.
And something every time I come back from Mexico, I think about I should have done that before I went. Conversational Spanish.
Yes.
There you go.
So we're excited to offer that in Berryville this time. And also learn how to use your laptop computer. That is a class that we're offering in the Berryville Center as well.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. So some of these have any of them already started, or are they
Line
all?
dancing started this week, and belly dancing started this week.
Otherwise, you're
week,
good to go.
Yeah.
How do they sign up? How do people?
Okay, they can come in. They can call is easy, and they can get online is probably the easiest way of all. But whichever way you want, we have a website, and it's basically northark.edu, and you can click on community, and it will bring up all the community ed classes. and they can register right there, or if they're having trouble, they can always call me, 870-391-3159.
315. Question: can they pay online when they register, or is it something you have to bring?
So we have a couple options. We don't have the pay online yet. They can pay over the phone with a card if they want to. They can always mail in a check.
Okay.
They can pay
that
cash.
night, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wonderful.
And can you get this
Yeah.
online, or I mean, is there
Yes.
places
So
where
the
they?
digital version is online, where you can flip through it and you can see it. You can see all the classes. If you want a print copy, you can come by and get one, or you can call me and I'll put you on the mailing list. I'll mail you one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Good.
Jeannie, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jeannie.
You keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job here.
Thank you so much.
Offering so much stuff there.
We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we have representatives from the Boone County Library. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We are talking with the girls at the Boone County Library. Now, are you guys expanding or something? You brought 3 today.
That's right.
What's the
going
deal?
on?
Well, we have a new employee to the library, so we just wanted to bring her in, show her how it works, and introduce her to everyone. And so if she wants to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Karina.
Karina what?
Karina McDonald.
McDonald. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And you're going to do what?
I am going to be the outreach director and do
Okay.
the adult programming and trying to get us back out there into Crawdad Days and to the fair and everything. So
Oh,
That's awesome.
Okay. You'll be coming in here a lot then.
yes, I will.
Good.
be.
I'll bring
Okay,
her. We'll
good.
come together. Yes.
Okay, cool. So what's going on?
So we wanted to come in. It's not our typical Thursday, but we wanted to come in because we have a lot going on, even in the first week of March.
yes.
So we didn't want people to miss out on what was going on. So I can turn it over to Terry, as most of it is hers just for the first week.
Well, for the first week in March is Dr. Seuss week. So
Yeah. That's
we are going to be
right.
celebrating Dr. Seuss. So we're going to allow people to dress up. They can come into the library, show us your Dr. Seuss spirit. So we're hoping all the employees will be dressing up too. So on Monday, March 3rd, it's going to be Character Day. Dress as your favorite Dr. Seuss character. On Tuesday, March 4th, it'll be Hat Day. Wear a hat that a character might wear.
Ah.
So, on Wednesday, the 5th, it's Crazy Shoes. Wear your craziest shoes.
Oh my
On
gosh.
Thursday, March 6th, Silly Socks. Roll up your pant legs to show off your socks.
There you go.
On Friday, March 7th, it's Twin Day. Partner up with someone and dress as a twin.
Thing 1, thing 2,
Yeah.
right there.
And on Saturday, wear a reading t-shirt. Wear it to the library. So,
A reading t-shirt.
reading t-shirt. So we've got all that going on to start
Wow,
the
so
week.
each day is a different theme, but
Yes,
it's all
it is. It's all Dr. Seuss related. Yes.
Well, I have my cat in the hat costume. Maybe I
Yeah.
should just wear that
Well, maybe.
to work.
So,
That's right.
well,
Stop by the
remember,
library.
we still have story time and toddle time with Miss Irene. She does a wonderful job. Story time is Wednesdays at 10, and toddle time is Thursdays at 10. So get to all those preschool kids, get them in there.
Well, it's a
Enjoy.
great way to continue if you haven't introduced them
Yes.
to that type of reading and being read to and books and stuff.
And it is.
It's a great opportunity to do that
It
in
is,
in a
yes.
controlled environment
Yes.
somewhat. So you know what I mean?
Somewhat controlled.
Only somewhat. They're not going to watch your kids,
It's a little
but
crazy once in a while.
Yeah, I bet.
So we've got a book drawing again this month. So stop on by for March. Stop on by, put your name in to win a book. We've also got a leprechaun scavenger hunt. So stop
Ooh.
upstairs.
Where'd you
find
get
all the leprechauns.
Where'd you get the leprechauns?
We took a quick trip to Ireland,
You
found a
did?
few, and brought them back.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
she would be the one to do
I
that.
haven't been to Ireland yet.
There you go.
Maybe one day.
so when you come upstairs, if you find all the leprechauns, you'll come by the desk and get a little prize. So our activities, we got a lot of things going
Okay.
on. So we had to move back our clay creatures because of the weather last
Ah.
week. So today at 4:00 we're doing clay creatures part 1.
Okay.
And next Thursday, March 6th, will be after they've dried, then we'll be painting them then. So we've got that going on. On the 13th, Farm Bureau is going to come, and they're going to read a book and bring maybe some little farm animals to pet. So
Maybe.
yeah, that'll be fun. On the 20th, we're going to do rainbow twirlers. We're going to turn 2-liter bottles into twirling things you can hang when the wind catches it.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
And on the 27th, we're going to do thumbprint dandelions. We're going to use our thumbprints and then create dandelions.
How creative.
Yeah. So those are all our after-school programs on Thursdays. Our teen programs, young adults, on March 4th, we're going to do rock painting. We're going to paint rocks. We're going to make some personalized buttons on the 11th. They get to create their own button design, and we'll put them in a button.
Okay.
Yeah. On the 18th, one of our teens, Ella, is going to show us how to crochet gummy bears. They're about Yeah, they're about that big, and they're really cute. Yeah.
She can teach you to crochet?
So, yep.
Dadgum, okay.
And on March 25th, we're going to make some clay beads. Make some beads out of clay that they can put together in bracelets or necklaces after they dry.
They don't need to
No, they don't need to pre-register. We start at 4 o'clock. Tuesdays is our teen, young adult programs. And Thursdays is our after-school programs for ages 6 to 12.
Wow.
So, okay.
So, Karina, what do you have a vision?
I do. I am.
Just pull that over to
I am actually really wanting to bring a lot more attention to the library for all ages, and especially for that middle demographic, between those teenagers and then our older generation, our 30s and 40s. I want them in there. And
do you find them not to be like the ones that aren't there? I'm sure you have a demographic of people that utilize the library.
Absolutely.
30-year-olds, if they have kids.
Yes.
If they have kids, then they'll come to some of our programs. But if they're not having their kids, or maybe they're not bringing their kids in, I think we are still missing that. Then I just spoke with somebody at one of our last programs on Tuesday, and she's 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she would feel too old to be in our young adult programs.
Oh, okay.
But then she's also going to always be one of the younger ones at any of our adult programs.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really have, we have a lot of like crafts and other things for adults that they would enjoy, but nothing that would bring in maybe that age.
Is there enough people to make a new category?
Might be.
Possibly.
I think it would just be a matter of finding the right time and, finding the right day, right time, and what would bring them in.
Which that
maybe
time,
college age, right? Like we're missing like a college age category.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the kids are in school. It's going to be, if you do it during school, there's just no way. But I don't know. Okay, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
But you want people to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then just quickly, we want to just bring attention to our adult programs. For the first week of March, we always have our Puzzle for Prize, and then we're having our 2 book clubs. Our evening book club this month in March is doing kind of an alternate program. And so we're just encouraging you to either bring in your favorite poem to share with everyone, or bring in one of your favorite books, one that you would want to recommend to the group and say, I really enjoyed reading this. And we'll just kind of go around the room and everybody gets a chance to share. I feel like sometimes our book clubs were always like, this is the book we're reading and discussing, and nobody gets time to like share something that
they might have some insight from it, for sure.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So then we have our chess clubs every Saturday at 1 p.m. We'll have a chess tournament March 15th, which is the third Saturday from 12 to 4:30. And then we have our crocheting, which happens every Tuesday at 2. So if you want to learn how to crochet, or if you're just needing an hour of dedicated, I need to work on my craft, you can just come.
There you go.
Then we have a spring painting class, which is coming up next Tuesday, March 4th at 5:30. So we're just going to be painting canvases. And so space is limited. So if you wanted to come and paint, please sign up at the front desk. Then we also want to promote our chair yoga. We have Mary coming in from, I think, Harrison Fitness. She's going to come and do a chair yoga class for us on Wednesday, March 5th at 3:30. So it's kind of an odd time, but we figure if you're retired and you would like to try to learn how to exercise better in maybe a less...
It's no joke. Chair exercises are no joke.
Yeah. And I think she came in October of last year, and it was a really good turnout, and people were really interested.
Good.
So I'm hoping that more people will come to this one as well.
Maybe it can be more of a offered more often, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I'll spit it out in a minute.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. And maybe this is the time that everybody needs.
Right. You'll just have to find out, I guess, as you go.
Then we have Hickory Hills Insurance coming back, and they'll be coming every month on March 10th on a Monday at 2 p.m. to share with people the ins and outs of Medicare.
Okay.
It's confusing. A lot of people are confused. So they're coming, and it's very informative. Then on March 11th at 5:30, my mom will be back to do her heart healthy cooking class. We didn't get to it this month because of the weather. So we're going to do it there. And she has brand new recipes from a magazine that just came out. So hot off the press. And so we're excited to try
But are they
those.
tried and true yet? Has your mama made them? That's the question.
Oh, I'm sure she has. Yeah.
We're
Just
gonna see how it goes. Hey, I feel like with recipes, it's always the case. Like sometimes they look so good, they sound good. You make it, it looks good, and you try it, and you're like, "Well,
I will never make that again."
Yeah.
I've done a couple of those recently.
Yeah. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, something looks so good, and you take a bite and you go, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, but it's important to take care of our health.
Sure.
And to do the things that we know. And we know that there's so many things out there today that a lot of people are saying, oh, beware of this and beware of that. And and you just have to be smart about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we have our chess tournament. Then we have painting clay pots, March 18th at 5:30 with Karina. And then the last Tuesday of the month, we'll be doing vision boards at 5:30. So if you are lacking vision this far into the year, come out and do that.
I don't think they mean.
No, not that kind of vision. Direction. And then I just want to highlight the last 3 Thursdays of March, we have the final 3 presentations of Master Gardeners and their spring series. So they'll be covering greenhouses, good bugs, bad bugs, and container gardening. And I will say, like, one of the common questions that we've been getting at our current ones from February is everybody's like, what do we do about the bugs? So they have a guest presenter coming. I think his name is Tom Riley, and he'll be coming up to talk about bugs and what you can do because Arkansas bugs seem to be very hardy.
And we don't want to put crud on our plants. No.
That's right.
I mean, poison.
Yeah.
If you can avoid it.
If you can avoid it, exactly.
And then last thing, genealogy. So I hope everybody still remembers we have a genealogy department. Tina Farmer is our genealogist, and she's going to be holding a genealogy class for beginners to intermediate Saturday, April 5th. So that's going into April, but we just wanted to kind of bring attention to it already. And it will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the library. Please pre-register. So if you're interested in joining that class, just call the library and contact her. But if you're interested in your family history, want to know where you came from, it's the perfect time to just go and get an idea of where to start and what you can do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
As always, a lot going on, and even more now that Karina is here. And
Yes.
we'll miss you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I
You
want to
just came back,
mention
and then
that the
you're
Blood
leaving.
Mobile will be there Friday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
tonight we'll have Master Gardeners again at 5:30, and they'll be coming to teach us how to propagate and get free plants. So plants are expensive sometimes, and so if you already have a plant, then you can just
Those are all free.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Free.
All
Free
right.
is good.
Free.
Yeah, free is good.
Well, Karina, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
And
I'm
We'll
excited
look
to be
forward
here.
to visiting
Yeah, we'll
with
get
you.
to see you next month.
Yes.
Oh, April.
In April?
In April. They won't be
Oh.
back because this is
we
it.
came.
Yeah, we came
They came early.
Oh, you came early. Yeah.
We
Oh.
just missed y'all so much.
He's-
We had to come early. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just tell
All
me
right.
what to do and point me in the right direction.
Can we go
I'll
to
be
break?
there.
We need to go to break.
Need to go
That's
to
what we
break?
need to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
and
having us.
we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
Hey, we want to mention there's a tournament going on.
Oh, do you have the information?
No,
on
but we're going to tell people they can go to Northark Pioneers Facebook page and find out the brackets. I think I shared them on our Around the Table page this morning. So you can go there for more information about teams that are playing and what times they'll be playing.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
Okay, funeral homes are catering.
What?
Well, there's a small mom and pop shop in China that's earned a reputation for having the best noodles around. The problem is, it's also a funeral home. It's not rare for mortuaries to cater their own services, but these noodles are literally to die for because you can't just book or a table or call for takeout. You must be there for a funeral.
At a funeral?
At a funeral.
Oh my gosh.
And that's left a lot of foodies either willing to, fake a loved one's death, so they must be really, really super good, or pose as mourners just to get a taste of these awesome China noodles.
Funny. That's weird.
Yeah, who knew, right?
Yeah. You ever wonder what $30,000 will buy as far as a home goes? If
Not much anymore.
If you had $30,000, what kind of home would you have?
In this day and age, not.
Some researchers analyzed that a typical home prices in every state and found that on average, $300,000 gets you about 1,500 square feet. Wow, that's not very big.
That's not much, people.
Yeah, unless you live in West Virginia, where that much will buy you a 2,200 square foot house. It's more like a tiny one bedroom in Arizona, California, and New York, and in Hawaii, $300,000 wouldn't even be able to afford you much more than a 50 feet long shipping container to live in.
That's not much.
Because it's the cost of living.
Have you ever looked at even building like a barn dominium, any of those kinds of things?
Yeah, I
it's
have.
still super expensive
they're
to
all
do
expensive.
that. And so I think we should just get shipping containers. This is mine and Richard's idea. No, let me rephrase that. That's his idea. In the middle is our bedroom. The other pod on the left has his bedroom, or his whatever, his
Right.
area. And then on the right would be my area. And we'll meet in the middle sometime. Put TV in there. I don't know.
My problem, when you look at older homes,
Yeah.
they don't have closets.
They're teeny tiny.
Gosh, you
little
gotta
things.
have closets for your stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got you. I don't have one right now.
You don't have one?
I don't know where you're at. So
Oh, okay. There's a survey that says that you're more likely to get a raise as an adult if you've learned about money as a child. Now, did your mom teach you how to manage money
Yes.
as a child?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, mine never did. I didn't know anything about a bank account until
I always had a savings account.
I never did. So anyway,
Not everybody does.
a new bank rate survey shows that Americans who grew up with a strong financial education are 66% more likely to negotiate a pay raise as an adult. And don't hold your breath for your kids to learn this skill at school. Only in states that require financial education are they going to benefit from this. Only 39% of people who didn't learn about money as a kid have been able to negotiate a pay raise at work, and more than half of the Americans say that they didn't get a good financial education growing up, which is true.
How many people actually negotiate for a pay raise? I've had several little jobs, but I never negotiated for a pay raise.
Yeah.
Well, I did with Dan, but I never got anywhere.
Yeah, it was, she'd come up and she'd say, I need more money.
Well, y'all,
Okay.
we were on the, never mind, I'm not going to tell all the details.
We were on the what?
We were,
We
I've
were
been
on the low end
there
of
like
the stick.
18 years
Yeah.
with you or so, and
Uh-huh.
it was same story.
Did you ever get
and
a
I
private?
tried to give him some crap about it, but it never went
Well,
anywhere.
I raised your rates. I raised them up. I brought a stool in and said, stand on this stool. You got a raise right there.
That was it right there. Hey, did you, okay. A bunch of U.S. cities could see more disease-spreading pests for spring, so that's something to be aware of. We just talked with Jeannie Allen about some of these identifying things, identify spiders and that type of thing. But did you have a warm or wet winter? then you better buckle up, because the National Pest Management Association says that several U.S. cities could see a rise in bugs and other pests in the spring. That includes ticks, and they have an alpha gal class at Northark that might be, something that kind of relates to the fact that you can get tick bit and develop diseases. Mosquitoes and cockroaches. Cleveland, Boston, Denver, New Orleans, Salt Lake City, and Seattle all made the list. This also means that there's a higher risk of diseases like Lyme, West Nile, hantavirus, and the plague. And also, like we mentioned, alpha gal. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So beware. Don't get bit. Wear your long sleeves, whatever you got to do to protect yourself.
Whatever you got to do to not get bit.
Yep.
You need less money than you think you do if you travel the world. Did you know that?
You need less money.
Less money than what you think?
I always bring. Okay, never mind.
You always bring more?
I usually end up bringing some home. So, yeah, I guess I believe that.
Okay. We've all thought about it, right? Quitting your job and traveling the world. In case you were wondering, the average American needs around $290,000 to quit their jobs and travel. A new study finds that Gen Z feels that they need less money than that, and the baby boomers need more. But 17% of Americans said that they wouldn't trade their current life for anything.
How much are they saying you need to totally take up?
$290,000 to quit their jobs and travel. That's what they think. It's not really in stone.
I think it's going to be more than that. But what do I know?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what today is?
Today is what?
Well, for one, it's Fat Thursday.
Fat Thursday.
Thursday before Ash Wednesday, which makes it Fat Thursday on the Christian calendar, a.k.a. another whole... Oh, I'm not going to say that. It says, well, yeah, well, another holy excuse to scarf down donuts. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Anyway.
National Toast Day.
Okay.
You know why? You ever wonder why the smell of toast is so addictive?
Why?
It's actually a scientific process called the Maillard reaction. Toasting caramelizes the sugars in bread, which tells our brains that something good is about to happen.
Huh.
Didn't know that.
Who knew? National Chili Day.
Okay. That's chili, like the eating kind.
Yes. The chili.
And a samosia and anosmia.
Anosmia? I don't know what it is. Do you know what?
No. I don't know that word.
Anosmia.
Anosmia Awareness Day. Thanks to COVID. Most of us know what that is.
Yeah.
Anosmia is the medical term for losing your sense of smell. Oh, okay. All right.
National Retro Day. Put on your hammer pants and go.
Yeah, baby.
International Polar Bear Day.
Polar bear plunge. We're
not doing that. We'll be back tomorrow, though.
Okay. We're going to have a Friday show. Come back and see us. Have a great day.